Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We've got another Serral first-person view video today. That's Serral over there. This is his first-person view stream. That's Clem. He's playing against Clem, the best Terran in Europe. That often is a huge problem for Serral and Reina to take down. And this game I have specifically picked because people have told me that there is a very spicy build that Serral does, and apparently it's a really fun map. So I'm excited to see what goes on. Now, after the feedback on the last video, you guys said, hey, go ahead. We don't mind the volume being on for both of you. I do want to warn you guys, though, Serral is becoming a full badass streamer. In between the biggest events, he's streaming pretty much every single week. And he's commentating a lot. So we're going to talk over each other even more. So once again, please drop your feedback in the bottom if I should keep him muted or keep him a lot softer on the volume, or just try to take more turns to let him speak and just kind of let it go. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of talking over each other. There's no way around it if you want to be able to hear both. But let me know if you guys have any feedback on that for the next one. For now, let's talk about the build. He's just talking to Twitch chat there saying, hey, my hotkeys were a bit off. It's a different profile. And he's kind of just relaxed. He's been talking about the previous games. And most importantly, what I've found is he's having a lot more kind of fun in his games. He's kind of chilling out, chatting a little bit. There's still the mixture of the angry Serral when he makes even the slightest mistake, where he's like so unforgiving on himself. But I almost feel like he's becoming a bit more chilled out, where he's kind of laughing at himself a little bit. And this is especially cool because, I mean, I'm going to be casting another series of his. I'm not sure if that'll go out before or after this, but he's been on a tear lately. Ever since he lost that match to Ragnarok, he has been butchering nerds left, right, and center. And
that's how it works.
This is actually really cool to see how he's doing on the ladder, because he's chilled out, he's relaxed, he's smashing people, he's a lot more cheeky.
If that's how it works.
And the fact that he's reading chat and kind of conversing, even whilst in very hectic situations, you can feel him.
Have always been
really evolving.
Struggling a bit against pros.
Oh, okay. Someone was like, Zerg smashes Protoss, I think, is what they were saying in chat. And he's like, I don't think that's how it works. I think Zerg always struggles with Protoss.
I mean, it's like lower.
Check this out.
Bit under there.
He's so distracted by Twitch chat, he's forgot to send his drone to take his third base.
No, forget to send the drone.
Yeah, the Reaper's about to arrive, so it's too late. It'll get sniped by the Reaper.
I'll just do a little...
I'll just do a little
4 queen opening here.
Ah, okay, 4 queen opening. So normally you go for the third hatchery, then a third queen, and you know, there's a bit of a delay on it. Your 4th queen is usually delayed for a long time. Oh, he could trap the Reaper. He could trap the. Oh,
that just happened to me.
Oh, as if that would happen to me. Serral, not too happy about that. That Reaper definitely went way too deep there, but he just slipped out. He must have greased himself up. Groundskeeper Willy Reaper for sure.
A bit frisky here now that the Risky is in the chat.
All right, so
Hit
this
him with something absolutely burglarious.
Something absolutely what? I gotta hear what he said.
Should I get a bit frisky here now?
Should I get a bit frisky now that Risky's in the chat?
Hit him with something absolutely burglarious.
I still have no idea what that word is, but it's hit him with something hilarious, ridiculous.
What do you think?
Basically, Serral is contemplating doing a really janky build right now. Whoa, he's already rallying back to gas. That's a little early for him. Most Zergs have been going back on gas pretty late recently.
Let's do it.
Second gas?
Real fast second gas here.
What? Okay, I knew this was a weird build. Guys, 3:30 is already a bit early to be putting back on gas for Serral. Usually it'd be more like 3:45 or something like that. Occasionally 3:30 because you do like to just use the first lava injector rally back on. But taking a second gas this early and a third gas is absolutely insane. I mean, he said he was going to get a bit frisky because he saw Risky in the chat, a Zerg pro gamer who's retired now. But,
get a lair here, get an Evo chamber.
Lair, Evo chamber, and he's sending the Overlord Scout in. He's got 3 queens up front. He's building a 5th queen there. He's got a few lings in case the Hellions try to run by. But this is such an insane amount of gas tech. It's wild. Like, even that third hatchery coming up, he doesn't really have the minerals.
Actually, I don't know.
Wait, let's say that again.
I'm not sure if I want to get that frisky, actually.
Oh, he's already hating his decision. This is classic Serral.
Go half frisky.
Trying to be an entertainer, trying to be streamer. He's like, oh, let's get a bit frisky. Let's have some fun. And then already he's like seeing like what Clem's doing, and he's like, oh god, this is going to be so hard. He already sees the 3rd command center floating out, so he knows he's behind economically. And he's going to have to do something with his tech. A quick carapace upgrade. Okay, I do like the quick carapace. That's actually really
Maybe
cute.
full risky is a bit too much the more I think about it.
Maybe being frisky is a bit too much.
Full frisky, I mean. Not full risky, obviously.
Frisky, risky, frisky, risky. It's so fun watching Serral be a streamer.
Heaps of links. I'll get really experimental here now.
He's going to make lots of links.
Experimental.
Very experimental. Okay, he's going to go for a massive Zerglings. Infestation Pit comes out.
A lot of infestors. I'm not going to mass infestors.
Says, I'm not going to mass infestors, but I'll get a lot of them. This is, I don't know if Twitch chat requested infestors. This is a cool build. For those who don't know, you can play Ling Infestor and just skip the Banelings entirely, use the infestors as a resource. It's so much more cost efficient than Banelings. It's way more fragile. Oh, he gets in, he gets in, he gets in. Okay, this is huge. This is a really big opportunity. Hopefully the Hellions are on his side of the map and they don't get back there too quickly. Looks like that's okay. I think he's building a second Evo chamber there as well in that main base. He's getting a decent number of SCVs.
I did really well, even though that wasn't even part of my plan.
He's like, this wasn't even part of my plan, but it did really well. This is the power of doing janky-ass aggressive stuff, Serral. Keep it up, man. He's got Spore Crawlers going down to defend the Banshees, but he's got the fourth base. I was going to say he doesn't have many hatcheries. He's got the fourth in the bottom right. He could absolutely bounce out of this ahead after that. Ling run by seemed to be perfectly timed. Clem is very weak to Ling run bys. He always has been. Backstabs are his nemesis. Oh, if he can get the surround, that'll be so juicy. But it looks like Clem wriggles out of that one, and Serral kind of overcommitted. Yeah, now he has to run away. He's got a drone split off there, but oh, Clem is so good with his Hellion micro. And even gets in the choke point in the mineral line. Serral cannot be happy with this. He's going to have to fight with some drones. Oh, Serral's a bit triggered right now.
I'm losing all my drones. Crap.
Says, uh-oh, I'm losing all my drones. Crap. Crap's a lovely word, by the way, isn't it? Oh, oh, get it!
I had a really good plan, but I really didn't want to go that frisky, and now it's all falling apart. But I did do a lot of...
I had a really good plan. I didn't want to go that frisky, but now it's all falling apart. Serral obviously lamenting the fact that this didn't go perfectly, but he didn't lose that many drones on the third. Infestors should be coming out really soon. As long as Clem doesn't know about it. Oh, he's going Hive? He's going to try and go Ultras. Uh-oh. I don't think he can fight that push, though. Lings should always be backstabbing until you've got Infestors out for Fungal. He's going to send the Lings to the backstab.
As frisky as I initially wanted to.
Not as frisky as I initially wanted to. I don't even know. I love how he's just like, this is a bit too frisky. It's a bit too risky. I don't know if this is as frisky as I wanted to. I'm going friskier than I meant to. He's looking for the Fungal. Notice he's hiding the Infestor just out of vision on that side of the screen. Oh! That's a big juicy! But where are the Lings on the flank?
Units aren't in.
He didn't bring his flank in. His flank's way too late from behind. Finally, he brings it in. Okay, there goes another Fungal. He will take care of this pretty well, but that was not as perfect as it could have been. If he came in from the back a little bit earlier, that would have been very nice. He does lose a queen up front.
No eco behind this crap.
I have no eco behind this crap. Serral's in disbelief. Serral's so used to being at 80 drones by now, and he's like, Jesus. Like, the funny thing is, I see him taking these fights and clearing the SCVs that he did earlier. And it's worth it. This is actually an okay situation, but he's so grossed out by the fact that he has no drones on the fourth. He's only on 3 gases, which is enough to squeeze out a few infestors, because 90% of your production is only minerals, right? It's just Zerglings and upgrades for those Zerglings.
Play it a bit differently than these, that's for sure.
He's got adrenal glands on the way already. So he's going adrenal really early. He's going to try and take a 5th base on the left side. You can tell Serral's kind of really pissed off right now, just with like the discomfort of being in these alien waters. But he's knuckling down to do it. And the fact that he even chose to do this build tells me that Serral is really becoming a true entertainer. To experiment like this on stream, it's not a tournament match. I mean, why not? This is the time to do it. But I think it's good for putting him in a very relaxed kind of mind state when he's playing as well. He's got the Ultra Cavern coming down. Creep trying to respread. I like that he's got his Infestors spread on both sides. Leaving just one Infestor on each flank is enough. So if those Marines stim in, you catch them with Fungal. They can't pick up into the medevacs.
Potential actually, but obviously it was my first time getting this crazy.
So it's his first time doing the build, but he's realizing, hey, this actually has some potential. Like I'm kind of messing it up, but the fact that this game still seems playable, he's kind of you know realizing just how much potential there is with this build. Oh my god. And you see how quick the Ling swarm siege tanks. Siege tanks are worthless versus this style, guys. Your Lings, other than focusing down Infestors occasionally, they don't do jack. But that drop is annoying. Clem managing to get out of there just half a second before the Fungal landed. That's classic Clem waiting to the last second. Looking for every bit of damage he can. You can see the Lings are spreading to the right because Serral's anticipating, hey, it's Clem. He might drop from the right side while distracting me here on the left. That's kind of the classic thing, is pull your attention to one side, attack the other side. But Serral did leave that top left undefended, which I'm a little bit surprised by, since that redrop was predictable. Looks like he might just be potentially expecting that to go down, and that's why he's focusing on expanding towards the middle of the map. That Widow Mine, oh, does fire just barely in time. Oh my god.
I saw he had unit on the other side, so I fully rotated there, but I guess it was something else.
He saw some units on the other side. He assumed the whole army had rotated to the right.
No cigar. Was close though,
Oh my god, he's like, oh, this is a fun build, but no cigar. It was close though. Those are good fungals.
If I just played a little bit better here, maybe.
If I just played a little bit better, this might have worked. I think it's still working. You've got plenty of lings. You crushed that push. Don't doubt the power of the Infestor. The Infestor is the best comeback unit in the game. When you already have Infestors, you can fall a bit behind and pull off amazing engagements. And the thing is, it takes the wind out of Clem's sails. So I really think Serral actually has a better chance here than he realizes. Let's quickly rewind that. I don't know why my screen flashed white.
Oh, I don't even have that upgrade.
Oh, he's realizing he doesn't even have chitinous plating. So he's already started building ultras, I believe, but he doesn't have chitinous plating. Another wave is coming in on this front. He could just give this base up. That might be the better call. I really think he needs to be a bit more active with Ling backstabs, and that's exactly what he's doing now, but kind of...
This actually had a lot of potential, I felt like.
It did have a lot of potential.
Maybe.
He's like, ah, if I played a bit better, you know, maybe. And then he's like, well, maybe. That's a lot of SCVs that can't get inside the wall. Serral, this is actually working, dude. Watch out for the Widow Mine. Okay, the wall goes down.
Unfortunate ultra spam.
Oh. He saves the ultra. He's so good at babysitting his ultras. When you watch Serral use ultras, guys, there is amazing attention to detail. I don't even know if Clem has a fourth base. This could work, Serral. Serral's actually hanging on. Infestor Ultra is such an insanely good defensive composition, guys. And Clem is such an aggressive player, so it is like almost a hard counter to him. Transfuses that Infestor in red life right there, keeps it alive. He's got the drop in the main. Clem's being very annoying, but one fungal on those units, and they're not getting back in those medevacs. I like the way he gets ready, plays the fungal season pickup, doesn't waste the energy. Serral has very few Infestors right now, and he's got to rebuild those, I feel.
Infestor. Are you kidding me, man? Not like this.
I lost one Infested the bench. He's like, are you kidding me, man? Not like this. I love that Serral's just freaking out over that.
More potential than I thought, but I just played it a little bit poorly.
This style had more potential than I thought. I just played it a little bit poorly. I agree. I think this style is amazing. You know, I love skipping banelings for Infestors because you just have so many more Zerglings than you normally do when you're not having to literally suicide units the way banelings do in order to get damage done. And the Infestors, as you keep them alive, each fungal is like just so good, and if you keep them alive, they keep regenerating, and they're almost like a renewable resource.
That's so sad.
Oh, ultras! He splits an ultra in the natural. This ultra from the right is actually huge. That ultra on the right side forces the pickup. That means he's going to evict him from the third base again. If he can get that ultra in the natural to focus SCVs, that would be huge. But he A-moved it.
Oh, so many marauders, though.
So many marauders. How does he say it?
It's exciting times. Oh, yeah, so many marauders, though.
Marauders. I like that. Marauders. Marauders is how I say it. I think that's right, but I'm Australian, so who knows, man. We speak our down under special language where we only pronounce half the letters usually.
No cigar.
So close, but no cigar.
You're so close.
So close. I think you're still in it. You keep evicting him from his third, even though he has a fourth landed. I think Serral here is just like doubting this style. It's crazy to me because like anyone other than Serral who talks the way he does while they're playing, I would say this is such a huge negative to their performance. But I understand because the first time you're playing a style, the problem is he's kind of like learning as he's playing. And when you just don't have any experience with a style, it's almost like you're playing a new game to a certain extent. This is so far outside of the realm of what he normally does. And in fact, your instincts need to be very different with this style to with the Baneling style that he normally plays. Now, he does get some Lings in, but that Marauder did a decent job of blocking. Only a couple Lings got in there. Looks like, I don't know what that Medevac's doing. I guess it's a Mine Drop, but Clem's so distracted by the run by, he's not microing it. Killing that Mine Drop is beautiful. Without him even unloading, that's going to be fantastic. And it looks like the economy's getting back to a decent position. Oh, there's no queen on the right side. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Oh my god, that would... And he even does the unbar and saves both of them. Clem, you're so annoying, man. One fungal on that medevac would take it out. Here we go. Push is coming down the right side. He's got to deal with that. I think the Widow Mine Drop's gone back in on that base, though. Yep. Oh my god, he did finally clean it up, it looks like. No, he saved it. He saved it. It's thinking of going back into the natural, but it hasn't done it just yet. The queens are ready. But Clem will not throw these units away, and now he's got a disgusting ledge on that right side of the map. Serral tries to dodge the Widow Mine, but Clem, that Widow Mine drop was micro to perfection. That's Clem's micro getting him value that very few players would get in that scenario. Looking for an Infestor Ultra Zergling ambush right now is Serral. This could work if he can land a big fungal, but I don't know if he has enough to capitalize. This might be going a bit too deep. Ultra Ling sandwich coming in from both sides. Oh, come on, one big fungal. He misses it, but then that one lands in the biggest of ways. I think he just killed most of that army. Clem picked up and no doubt saved some of it because Clem is very quick on that pickup the moment fungal wore off. But Serral killed a lot of stuff. The problem is his economy is so bad now.
Hey, what a match, though.
Hey, what a match. He thinks he's lost, but he evicted the third again. But, oh, man, yeah. Fourth base and Ghost Academy over there. Once Ghosts get out, like 1 or 2 EMPs on his Infestors kind of ruins his entire day. Fungals go down on those medevacs. He keeps most of the Infestors alive. He's got to get them out of there, though. He's got to turn the Ling Ultra around. He loses 2 Infestors already. And he's got to just click those units all the way home. He's going home to inject, trying to deal with the Liberator. Oh my god, he didn't click his army home.
Everything at the front somehow.
He says, I'm losing everything at the front. He just lost 2 more Ultras. I saw 2 big green blips disappear off the minimap up on this area. That's a huge problem. Sorry, guys. I'll try not to block the minimap too much. I like to just be here so I can point at things. Ling's coming in on the third base again.
Now.
I do think Clem probably has too much economy now, but there were some real opportunities in this game. I think you see, the thing is, if you have such an abundance of Zerglings, you can't necessarily force good engagements the way you can with Banelings, or like decent engagements where you break a position, but you've got so much mobility. I think it's all about getting up more production early, so you can just always have Zerglings backstabbing and Zergling Infestor on the front. And when you have that combination, them spreading and dodging fungals take so much attention and pre-spreading an army, and then you just backstab them with 50 Lings and you're always finding damage. And that's what Serral's been doing time after time.
Not like that.
Not like that. Oh,
GG,
no.
We almost made it work, but
that's a fair GG, guys.
Oh
if you lose the Widow Mine hit like that, and there's 2 libs killing his main like mining base on the left, and there's a push coming in the right that he doesn't have the material to stop, this is a fair GG. For what a cool style.
Not like that. GG, guys. We almost made it work, but not good enough. Not good enough. Oh my. If I played a little bit better, I would have won, I think. Little bit better. That's all I had to do. Little bit better. I also needed a bit more gases than the 3 gases. The 3 gases for Mass Infestor was a bit too little, since I was going for Hive and all the upgrades as well.
I absolutely agree with him there, right? So I do a lot of Infestor Ling play. This is one of my main styles. I was doing a lot about a year ago. But I actually just do it off a normal macro opening. It's just replace the Baneling Nest with a slightly faster lair and add some Infestors. But 3 gases is perfect for Massling Infestor, because you don't need that many Infestors. 4, 5, 6 Infestors once you get, to the 10-minute mark is more than enough. But it's more about having enough hatcheries and mineral income and Zergling production. And being on just 3 gases is great, because you might think, well, 70 drones doesn't sound like that much for a macro Zerg versus Terran. But if you've only got 9 drones on gas, that's almost 4 full mineral lines, because 4 full mineral lines is 4 times 16, that's 64 workers. Add 9, that's 73 workers. So with a 73 worker income, you still have a crazy mineral income, but you've got to choose. If you're rushing Hive, Adrenal Glands, double upgrades, Ultras, and going Infestors, you do need more gas. I think in general, though, you just don't need to rush the Infestors. I think you want to play a little greedy in the early game, defend with just Queens and Zerglings, which you totally can do. But if you do this off a more standard opening, I think it has massive, massive potential. And he showed it. Some of his fungals were game-changing, and every Ling backstab he did was money. I actually think he just needed to do more of them more frequently. And with like a bit of experience with this style, I think this would be such a good thing to mix into his repertoire.
I want to try it again next game. Next CVT, I guess. But just play it a bit better. That was no bueno. No bueno.
No bueno, but he says he's going to try it again, so that's pretty sick. All right, guys, unfortunately, he basically only ran into Protoss players for the rest of that stream, but I've already messaged Serral and said, Serral, please try that build again. And I've given him my whole analysis on like what's so good about it and where it's weak and that sort of stuff. And I've said, if you try it again, please send me the replay or let me know. I really want to see you try out this style. I, for a long time, thought Infestors were like the most underrated unit in Zerg vs. Terran, and I really want to see what he can do with them, because he's already so good at adding them in the late game, using them to ambush armies. This will be really sick. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Check out some of the other videos on screen if you like first-person view videos. Other than that, check out the Patreon if you want to support the channel. Click like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. Goodbye and good night. Bye-bye.